Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Timothy Owase, the CEO of Kenya Film Commission, and I'm happy to bring you the 13th edition of Kalasha International Film and Television Awards, which will be taking place on the 30th of March 2024. Kalasha International Film and Television Awards is an annual event that is hosted by the Kenya Film Commission to award exemplary work from the film industry, where we announce winners of Kalasha on an annual basis based on the specific categories that have been put out.
So my name is Lucy Mwangi. I am a producer and the Vice Secretary of the Producers Guild of Kenya. So the 7-member Kalasha Nomination Academy received a total of 225 films, and we had to do the evaluation process between the 12th and the 17th of February 2024. So you can imagine it was a week of very early mornings and extremely late nights, because you had to ensure that every film got one, a fair viewing, and two, fair scoring before we got now to the finalists who we are going to unveil today. But before we get to the nominees, I think it would be premature if we didn't mention some of the things that we observed during the evaluation process. So one of the things was that we had filmmakers who were sending in their submissions without the proper documentation. And this would be paperwork like the Kenya Film Classification Board certificate. Some were not sending in their synopses, some would be missing the posters, and some would send in their terms and conditions unsigned. So what this means is that the entries would be automatically disqualified. But that said, I think it was very exciting for us to see the number of submissions that came in this year, which means that one, the film industry is really growing, and the fact that we had a lot of emerging filmmakers is really an indication of how much or how far the film industry has grown. So we really applaud everyone who sent in their submission. And now I think we are all looking forward to see the nominees for 2024, and I'd just like to congratulate everyone who sent a submission and everyone who made it to the nominees list.
The Kenya Film Commission take this opportunity to invite participants at the Kalasha International Film and TV Market, Festival and Awards during the festival, which will run between the 27th of March to 30th of March 2024 at KICC. The entry to the market will cost you 1,000 shillings, while the Kalasha Awards entries will be on invitations only. I take this opportunity to announce and unveil the nominated films that will be competing for the award of this year's Kalasha. You are all welcome.
Best Lighting Technician. And the nominees are Jordan Daniels in Where the River Divides, Joseph Churu in Act of Love, Jethro Omusieni in Half Open Window, Gregory Kio in A Familiar Christmas, Abdallah Salim in Mvera. Best Special Effects. And the nominees are Jirongo Luyali in The War Within, Omar Hamza in Itifaki, David Jalenga in Where the River Divides, Gladys Njeri in Bazenga, Maina Wanjohi in Mvera. Best Makeup and Hairstylist. And the nominees are Eva Waiderero in Act of Love, Fatma Muhyiddin Kaila in Mvera, Classford Soul in A Familiar Christmas, Njeri Gatheru in Where the River Divides, Purity Makandi in Half Open Window. Best Production Designer. And the nominees are Horace Onyango in Mvera, Richie Mulama in Act of Love, Nancy Aluoch in Where the River Divides, June Ndinya in A Familiar Christmas, Catherine Mwema in Murdered for Love, Best Sound Designer. And the nominees are Felix Mwema in Instant Dad, Mbaru Patrick in Act of Love, Omar Hamza in Itifaki, Zach De Vries in Where the River Divides, Mercy Adundo in Venom Beyond the Bite. Best Costume Designer. And the nominees are Eda Wakesho in Where the River Divides, Michael Nzioki Mbivi in A Very Merry Xmas, Joy Dena in Mvera, Vivian Jerry in Act of Love, Aisha Mudoni in Bazenga. Best Student Film. The nominees are Full-Time Husband by MultiChoice Talent Factory, Somewhere in Kole by MultiChoice Talent Factory, Hex Appeal by USIU Africa, God Forbid by Africa Digital Media Institute, Untold by Film Aid Kenya. Best Kids Production. The nominees are Ndemwa by Michael Mutahi, Preschool Kids Learning by Ruth Murithi, Let's Dance by Luigi Sanya Ososo, Storytime with Zuri, Jasiri and Toto by Brian Apanja, Sikicho's Long Day by Darren Collins. Best Animation. The nominees are Kito and Chacha by Ebi Productions, Death Valley by Stephen Kennedy Chalo, Bloodthirst by Luigi Sanya Ososo, Mara Cry for Rain by John Irimu, The Shepherd by Maureen Murithi. Best Documentary by a Student. And the nominees are Art on the Skin by Kenya Film School, Treasure Beneath the Mangrove by Kenya Film School, In the Language of Our Mothers by Film Aid Kenya, Echoes of Home by Film Aid Kenya, It Is Because I'm a Girl by Film Aid Kenya. Best Regional Film. And the nominees are Wife for Hire by Robin Odongo, The Whole 9 Yards by Victor Vibox Omondi, Barua la Uhamisho by Rogers Maithia Mulachia, To Let by Nduruka Njoroge, Jane and the Fried Chicken by Peter Kariuki. Best Original Score. And the nominees are Alex Mugenda in Mvera, Israel Brandon in An Instant Dad, Lucas McNally in Act of Love, Kyle McChristen in Where the River Divides, Labdi Omes in Agonda. Best Documentary Feature. And the nominees are Limo on the Run by Njoki Muhoho, The Heartbreak Documentary by Dennis Ochieng, Murdered for Love by John Allen Namu, Death of a Kenyan Heiress, The Last Door by John Allen Namu, Rajo by Peter Nolan. Best Documentary Short. And the nominees are Embracing Brilliance by Samuel Odwor, Venom Beyond the Bite by Maurice Onyango, Q Thirst for Survival by Michael Mulwa, Coffee Production Documentary by the Kut KFC Film Hub, The Pink Champions by Omar Kibulanga, Best Editor, and the nominees are Hannah Wangari in A Familiar Christmas, Kome Mwirebua in Act of Love, Omar Hamza in Itifaki, MD Nili and Derek Hameke in Where the River Divides, Steve Biko in Murdered for Love. Best International Award. The nominees are Heroic Bodies by Sarah Suleiman from Sudan, The Midnight Bride by Doreen Kilimbe from Tanzania, Unheard by Polly Kamukala from Uganda, Love Transfusion Kiapo Chadamu by Kefa Hussein Igilo from Tanzania, My Woman by Brenda Malemba from Tanzania. Best Viewer's Choice Feature. The nominees are Half Open Window by Margaret Washera, Mvera by Daudi Anguka, An Instant Dad by Jennifer Gatero, A Familiar Christmas by Ruben Odanga, Mono by Joyce Gachanja. Best Viewer's Choice TV Drama. The nominees are Igiza by Abdul Khadir Abdullahi, Pepeta by James Kombo, Single Kiasi by Grace Kahaki, Zari by Khadija Hassan, Kina Season 4 by Epi Matere. Best TV Drama. And the nominees are Igiza by Abdul Kadir Abdullahi, Pepeta by James Kombo, Single Kiasi by Grace Kahaki, Zari by Khadija Hassan, Kina Season 4 by Epi Matere. Best Lead Actor in a TV Drama. And the nominees are Blessing Lungaho as Dominic in Igiza, Jimmy Gathu as Tandala in Kina, Charles Ouda as Melchizedek Karani in Salem, Isaboke Nyakundi as Elijah in Shamba la Wanyama, Selem Zamil as Kisasi in Sanura. Best Lead Actress in a TV Drama. And the nominees are Serandanu Teshna as Linda and Nicole in Igiza, Sanaipei Tande as Nana Tandala in Kina, Faith Kibati as Rebecca in Single Kiasi, Ivy Wanjiku as Sanura in Sanura, Sarah Hassan as Nina in Zari. Best Supporting Actor in a TV Drama. And the nominees are Ojiambo Ainea as Musa in Igiza, Dungi Githuku as Sero in Kina. Michael Munyoki as Eric in Single Kiasi. Mike Makori as Luanda in Zari. Jeff Omondi Opondo as Sanchez in Becky. Best Supporting Actress in a TV Drama. The nominees are Sophie Ruben as Safira in Pete. Aisha Said as Nyashi in Sanura. Brenda Wairimu as Lola in Zari. Julie Brenda Nyambura as Bella Mwakazi in Kina. Caroline Muhugu as Wanja in Kasiri. Best Performance in a TV Comedy. And the nominees are Ruth Nyambura in Comedy Riot. Abel Mutua in Roast House. Kevin Kasioki in Come You Stay. Best TV Advertisement. And the nominees are Melano by Amit Ramraka. Nip Nap by Caroline Wambui. APA Moments of Past Disasters by Abu Melita. Best TV Show. And the nominees are Hashtag Twende Modogashe by Margaret Wanjiku. This Love Plus One by Eugene Mbugwa. Our Perfect Wedding Season 16 Show by Eugene Mbugwa. Best of Show by Eugene Mbugwa. The Real Housewives of Nairobi Season 1 by Eugene Mbugwa. Best Director of Photography. And the nominees are Jim Bishop in Half Open Window. Daudi Anguka in Mvera. Andrew Bradford in Where the River Divides. Joel Ingo in Venom Beyond the Bite. Elijah Kanyi in Murdered for Love. Best Short Film. And the nominees are Hell or High Water by Njuguna Nganga. Itifaki by June Wairego. Where the River Divides by Matrid Nyaga. Bazenga by Jackton Munala. Act of Love by Shalene Wangari. Best Lead Actor in a Film. And the nominees are Dr. Edwin Nyudo as Lai Babu in Half Open Window. Patrick Owino as Mzee Thabiti in Mvera. Pascal Tokodi as Melita in A Familiar Christmas. Emmanuel Mugo as McKenna in Itifaki. Gadwill Odhiambo as Dennis in Where the River Divides. Best Lead Actress in a Film. And the nominees are Lina Sunday as Mvera in Mvera. Nice Githinji as Koki Mandla in The Collar. Maureen Kunga as Noni in A Familiar Christmas. Mwix Mutinda as Juliana in Act of Love. Chandra Daisy Apondi as Mary in Where the River Divides. Best Supporting Actor in a Film. And the nominees are Samson Omondi as Adili in Half Open Window. Jack Mutinda as Agent John in Itifaki. Benjamin Onyango as Okoth in Where the River Divides. Michael Oluoch as Jawinam in Agonda. Frank Ogutu as Otile in Tembe. Best Supporting Actress in a Film. And the nominees are Wangui Muiruri as Imani in Half Open Window. Kibibi Salim as Saumu in Mvera. Brenda Mwai as Mili Chanya in The Collar. Ruth Kimanzi as Immaculate in A Familiar Christmas. Anne Muli as Koki in Mothercamp. Best Original Screenplay. And the nominees are Matt Black in Where the River Divides. Brian Munene in The Collar. Volin Ogutu in Mvera. Teddy Gitau in Half Open Window. Gadoni Kamau in Mothercamp. Best Director. And the nominees are Omar Hamza in Half Open Window. Daudi Anguka in Mvera. MD Nili in Where the River Divides. Elijah Kanyi in Death of a Kenyan Heiress. Eric Mwangi in Act of Love. Best Feature Film. And the nominees are Half Open Window by Margaret Washera. Mvera by Daudi Anguka. An Instant Dad by Jennifer Gatero. A Familiar Christmas by Ruben Odanga. Mono by Joyce Gachanja.